Welcome, everyone. Wonderful to see you all. Thank you for joining me this morning. Our practice today is going to be a new moon practice. So we're going to have Chandra Namaskar practice. We have a new moon on Monday, and it's a new moon in Aries. And our practice is going to be inspired by the fire element, Tejas, or Agni. You might know it as either Tejas or Agni. The fire element sits within the third chakra, the Manipur. So it's going to be quite, so although the moon energy is the lunar energy is yin, cooling, we're going to bring in and draw in strands from the fire element because of the new moon is connected, Aries is connected to the planet of Mars. And so we're going to play with those, the yin of the moon and the kind of the heat of the solar plexus, the fire element. Let's come into our comfortable seat. The mudra, the hand gesture that we're going to adopt today, is called the Ushas mudra. And the Ushas mudra, so I'll just show you so you can see, is we loosely, just very loosely intertwine our fingers, and the left baby finger is closest to our body. So you just sort of lock them together quite loosely. You're holding everything quite loosely with open palms. And there's lots of gaps, you know, so you're not ramming your fingertips all the way to the web of your fingers. You're leaving space there. And what we're doing with this mudra is creating an opening for new possibilities, to welcome and invite in new possibilities, and hold your hands in your lap here. So it's very soft mudra, soft, inviting energy that we're creating with our mudra today. Closing your eyes or gazing down towards the earth. And let's begin to settle on our mats, arriving into this present moment. Noticing the quality of your breath, the flow of your breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. The natural rhythm of your breath, the rise and fall, the ebb and flow. Also make note of the pauses at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. These moments of stillness within the breath, of silence within the breath. As we are in spring, the season of new beginnings, of potentiality, and now we're harmonizing with the new moon, a time at which we can connect with new beginnings once again. This lunar energy creates the possibilities for us to plant seeds, watch them grow, envision our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations as growing tall and strong like saplings. And then with time, with energy committed to our dreams, nurturing our dreams, watching these plants, the trees flower into blossom and come into fruition over time. This is an opportunity for us to reconnect with our heart's desire, our sankalpa, listening to the inner yearnings of the heart, the calling of the soul, our life's purpose. So drop your awareness into your heart space, your anahat, and tune in. Allow your heart to speak to you, to express itself to you. And perhaps this will take time over the next few days. Meditating upon your life's purpose, your calling, your dharma. This expression of the heart, of the soul, and then your commitment to follow that path helps you to transform your life and to move into action from a place that serves you and serves your community. As we move through our practice, we will invoke the transformative power of the fire element of Tejas to help manifest our dreams, our hopes, our aspirations, our callings. Three more breaths here in this moment. And then I invite you to bring your hands into Anjali, this soft, bud-like hands gesture with a slight opening at the palm, fingertips connected. Opening by chanting Om 3 times. Inhale fully to prepare. Om. 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 Hands to your Agnya chakra, your third eye. Namaste. Assalamu alaikum. Sasri Akal, and welcome everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. So we're going to be drawing up on this fire element to help transform our dreams into reality and be able to manifest those. Now, our dreams might be small steps, or our dreams might be grand visions. However we want to progress and manifest those hopes. We want to draw up the fire to be able to help plan and focus, because dreams don't come true on their own. They need commitment. They need planning. They need action. So this new moon in Aries helps us to really recognize what our aspirations are, what our hopes are, what our intentions are. And then the energy of Aries will help us to begin to think about how can we manifest that? What are the things that we need to do? Which actions do we need to take? What steps and which direction do we need to move into in order to make this our lived reality, or to make this our as close to our lived reality as our hoped for reality as we can. Sometimes we are limited by what is around us. So by channeling the tejas of the fire element, we can burn through those barriers, those boundaries, those limitations with commitment, not only with our own energy, drawing into that, but by drawing in our community. So this opening of this Ushas mudra not only enables us to welcome new possibilities, but also to welcome new friendships, new partnerships. So let's, if you're sitting on a block or a blanket, let's remove that for the moment. And let's draw our hands up towards the sky. As you exhale, let's turn over to the right. Right hand on the earth behind you, left hand on the outside of your right knee. Gaze over your shoulder. Feel this twist at the abdominal here. Gaze into the horizon. Breathe into your belly. Let's take 3 full breaths here. And perhaps today you really focus on the breath as you draw in, through, and out through the right nostril. And you don't need to focus by holding the left nostril closed. We're not trying to do that. We're simply inviting the breath to flow through the right nostril as our kind of dominant energy today, a dominant pranayama today. Inhale through center, exhale over to the left. And the reason we're doing that is the right side is connected to the Pingala Nadi. The Pingala Nadi is associated with heat, with fire, with action, with transformation. 3 breaths here on the left side. Inhale back to center. Let's bring our right hand to our belly, our left hand to our heart. We're going to engage with Kapalabhati breath. Now, Kapalabhati breath is the breath of fire. It's also known as the shining skull breath. And it's a forceful breath. I'll turn to the side so you can, I might just sit on my thing. So if you want to sit back on your block, please do. I'm just going to try and lift so you can see my belly. So as your inhale will be passive, your exhale will be active. So I'll demonstrate first, and then I'll invite you to join in, and I'll guide you through. So we take a full breath in. As you take the full breath in, you'll notice that your belly expands. So if I'm here and then I take a full breath in, you can see how my belly expands and my chest rises. As I exhale, I'm going to pump my navel back to the spine. And I'm being forceful with the out breath. And you can hear me making a noise. I'm exaggerating that exhale. You don't necessarily need that loud sound. But we're drawing the belly in and pumping it back towards the spine. And this will automatically invite the inhale in with that forceful exhale. So the exhale is the belly button draws back towards the spine, forceful breath out. Then automatically you will take an inhale, a passive inhale, and then a forceful exhale. And so the hands here on the belly and the heart enable you to feel that pumping action. Let's take a full breath in through both nostrils. And the breath comes out through our nostrils, not through our mouth. Inhale through both nostrils. So you're primed here, everything is expanded. Exhale. The breath doesn't need to be quick, it can be slow. Three, two, one. Exhaling completely. Hold the breath out. Tuck the chin, holding the breath out. Squeeze your pelvis. Your belly button is drawn in, so you have engaged your Mula Bandh, your Uddiyana Bandh, and your Jalandhar Bandh, these 3 locks through the system. Holding this breath out for as long as is natural and comfortable for you and sustainable for you. Then release the chin lock, draw a breath in. Everything expands. Connect the chin back to your throat. So you engage this lock again. Holding the breath in for as long as feels natural and comfortable and sustainable for you. And then to release the breath, lift your chin, exhale slowly. And now you can release the locks at your pelvis and your Uddiyana. The reason we have the locks help to guide the breath energy, the pranayama, or pranayama, as some people may call it. So that's Kapalabhati breath. It's quite an energizing breath, uplifting breath. And the breath, and some people call it the breath of fire. And it helps us to connect with this energy. We'll do one more round now, and then we'll start moving again. Take a full breath in. Everything expands with a full breath in. Exhale, Kapalabhati. Shoulders are relaxed. Face is relaxed. Breath can be slow and forceful. Doesn't need to be rapid at all. The more rapid your breath is, the more you're likely to hyperventilate. And you don't want to do that. You want to maintain a good flow of breath. Three, two, one. Hold the breath out, tuck your chin. Hold the breath out for as long as feels comfortable for you. All your locks are engaged, your pelvic floor, by squeezing the pelvis. By drawing that navel back, you knit in the ribs, you engage the Uddiyana. Chin to the throat engages the Jalandhar. And when you're ready to take a breath in, release the chin. Take a full breath in. Everything expands with the breath. Tuck the chin again, engaging this lock, holding the breath in for as long as feels comfortable, natural and sustainable for you. And then when you're ready to take your breath in, lift the chin, take a full breath in, and a full breath out. Perhaps you release it through open mouth. Just sit with this energy. It's invigorating, powerful, fiery energy that connects to the fiery, bold moon that we are moving into. This ignition of the inner fire. Open your eyes, releasing your hands, releasing your mudra. Let's extend the left leg long. Tuck in that right heel in towards your groin. Turn your heart over to your left leg. Inhale to reach up. And as you exhale, hinge forward to reach for your feet. You may connect with your feet, or you may bring your hands to the earth or onto your leg. It doesn't matter how far forward you are. The intention is for the heart to come down towards the knee and the crown to reach towards the feet. Janu Shirsasana. And this will feel an extension along the back leg. And you'll also here with this forward fold be activating your center, your core, at which the element of fire sits. Igniting Tejas, igniting the Agni. And this element helps us to create change and to transform ourselves, transform our societies, our communities. One more breath here. Inhaling, reach up your arms. Exhale, right hand behind you, left hand to the heart. Rise up with your seat to come onto your right shin. Lift your gaze up towards the sky. Really stretch along your abdomen. Your hand can stay at your heart, or you can reach up and over behind you. You can always bring your fingers into Gyan here. Exhale, left hand back to the heart. Return to your seat. Let's cross the right foot over our left leg. Hug in this right knee. Moving into a twist. That left leg can stay extended, or you're invited to tuck the left heel towards your right sit bone, coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Hug in this right knee with your elbow, or take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and gaze over your shoulder, coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Gazing into the horizon. Heart is open, deep twist at the navel here. So when you come into Gyan Mudra, thumb and index touching and the other 3 fingers extended. One more breath. Inhale, turn to center. Exhale, counter twist over to the left. And now here, from where we are here, now you are either going to have your left leg extended or folded in. We're going to move directly into Gomukhas and cow face pose. So shuffle this right foot further away from you so that your right knee comes closer to your left knee. Now you're going to be either in Gomukhas with both feet close to your hips, or remember, you're going to be in the half variation, Ardha Gomukhas, with your left leg extended. But what you're trying to do is shift that right foot all the way across so that your right knee and left knee come closer together. They do not need to be directly aligned. You can have any variation that works for your body. Remember, we are all in completely different places. So here we are in our Gomukhas with our legs. We're going to involve our arms now. So open out your arms. Take a moment here. Reach overhead, and then let's take hold of the right elbow with the left hand and draw that right hand down towards the middle of the back. So we're pulling gently on that right elbow with our left hand. You might want to stay here. Alternatively, you can release your left hand, flip the palm back and reach behind the middle of your back and interlace your right and left fingers. And you bring them into a clasp like this. This is called the Ganesh Mudra. So you're hooking your fingers together. Or you can take hold of your t-shirt. Remember, this is going to be different for each of us. Again, keep lifting that right elbow, and remember, you can be in this variation. Or you can be holding your t-shirt, or your fingers might be connected. One breath here. And I'm going to invite a slight folding forward here. So keep the heart long, keep the sternum long here, and gaze down past your knee. One more breath. Inhale, lift your heart. We're going to release our hands if we're holding them behind. If you have your left hand behind, release it slowly. Keep that left palm facing back before flipping it forward, and then open out your right arm. Take a moment. And you might want to do a little seated cat-cow here. Starting the movement at the base of the spine. This just helps to release the shoulders as well. Now let's go the other way. So from here, wherever you are, whether it's leg folded or unfolded, you'll need to unfold your leg. Uncross that right foot and extend that long. So for the moment, we're going to come into forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So flex your toes. Sit tall here in Dandasana. Engage your navel by drawing it back towards the spine. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to hinge forward and reach towards your toes. Again, you may connect with your toes, your feet. Your hands can be on your shins, on your legs, anywhere on the earth. This forward fold can be at any angle that works for you. So again, you're intending your crown to reach towards your toes. Again, you're compressing here. Your core is engaged here. In Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Breathing deeply into your belly. 3 more breaths. And then inhale, lift your gaze, rise up with your hands. Let's take your hands behind your back. Place your fingers facing towards you. Bend into your knees. Come onto your feet. We're going to come into reverse table here. Inhale, lift your sit bones. You can keep your chin tucked here if it feels uncomfortable for your neck to lift your gaze up towards the sky. So be where you need to be here with your neck. Protect your neck. Imagine you're holding a block between your knees. Engage your core. Chin tucked or gazing up. 1 more breath here. Exhale, release your sit bones. Come back down to the earth. You might want to rotate your wrist one way or the other. We're going to move into our other side now. So extend that right leg long. Tuck in the left heel towards your groin. Turn your heart over your right leg. Sit up tall. Going to exhale towards that right foot. So reach up, hinge forward. And again, your hands will be in any number of places. The intention is to reach with our crown towards our feet. Imagine a connection of energy between your crown and your feet. Visualize a loop of energy, a fiery energy. Perhaps you're bringing in the colors of yellow, orange, vibrant colors connected to the element of fire. Remember this that's Aries, the sign is the ram. You need this fire to burn through, to ram through changes, ram through limitations, fears, boundaries, constraints, restrictions that are either self-imposed or imposed by others, imposed by society. You rise and resist. 3 more breaths here. As you inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand on your heart. Rise up with your sit bones, so you're on your left shin, right leg extended. Turn your gaze up towards the sky. Your hand can stay on the heart or you can reach behind you. The variation of Kavatkarasana, wild thing. Or I think magical pose, mystical pose. Exhale, right hand to the heart, return to the earth. Let's cross this left leg over the right. Again, coming into Ardha Matsyendrasana, this right leg can be extended or it can be tucked in. Wrap your elbow round your left knee, hugging it closely. Left hand behind you. You can stay there with that variation, or you can take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Gaze over your left shoulder, hands in Gyan. Deep twist the navel. Engage your navel here. Breathe deeply into your core. So when we're talking about this energy of fire that helps to drive our passions, helps us to find courage and bravery and strength to enact change. We may need to temper that fire. So this new moon in Aries may intensify, that's a good word, because it literally means what we're saying. It may fuel the burning of the fire, which can tip us into being volatile or aggressive or impulsive or antagonistic towards ourselves and others. We may feel impatient or frustrated because our dreams aren't bearing fruition, or we're frustrated by barriers that hold us back. One more breath here, then inhale, center, exhale, counter twist to the right. Back to center, we're going to move into Gomukhasana, cow face. So remember, your right leg will be extended or folded in. Wherever you are, shuffle that left foot away from you so that you can bring your knees closer together so they're a little bit stacked. Open out your arms. And this time, let's take hold of the left elbow with the right hand, drawing the left hand in between our shoulder blades. You can stay in this variation, or you can reach out with your right arm, flip your palm back towards behind you, and then reach behind your t-shirt, your back, to reach for your left fingertips. Now, you may connect your fingers, or you may not. Hook them if they are connected, creating a clasp, or take hold of your t-shirt. So for me, when I'm working with this side, I'm not able to reach my fingers, so I'm holding onto my t-shirt here. And you'll find that with one side, there may be a difference. And that may be due to lots of different reasons. It could be that because my right arm, I'm right-handed, my right arm is more dominant, my muscles tend to be a little bit bigger. I'm also carrying an injury in that side of my shoulder, my upper back. So there'll be lots of things that will impact. So there's no judgment. We're not trying to be completely perfect or parallel. This is just the way we are with our body where it is. And this variation, this variance, is difference to be celebrated. As you exhale, keeping that sternum long, let's hinge forward slightly, gaze down towards the earth. And then you'll feel an extension in that hip there. One more breath. Inhale. Let's release that right hand. Keep that palm facing back. And then we might do our seated cat-cow variation. You might want to bring your hands in. You might keep them on your knees. Yeah, go with it. It's your expression, your creative expression, your vision. Shine in this moment. And then let's take a moment. And we're going to release our legs. So release that left leg. Release that long leg. Left leg, long leg. Both legs extended. Toes flexed. Dandasana, staff pose. Draw in your navel. Imagine that you have a sort of string here coming out the center of your crown, lifting it up. Let's bring our hands into Ushas Mudra. So here you have a contrast. Your body is really fired up here. You're hugging your muscles in towards your bones. Your spine is lengthening. Your shoulders are relaxed. But here with your hand gesture, there's a softness, a gentleness. So here we have the combination of yin and yang. The yin in our palms to welcome, invite in new possibilities, new potentiality. And then the action that we need to take in order to make these things happen. We are not passive in our lives. We are agents within our own lives. We have autonomy, we have sovereignty, we have the power to resist and effect change. One more breath here in the Dandasana. And then let's release it, swing our legs around, come onto all fours. And then let's do our lovely Madhyasana Vidyasana, my favorite pose in yoga. And really allow the movement to cascade up and down the length of your spine. You might engage that breath that you're drawing in through your right nostril, the Surya Bedi pranayam. We're not practicing with our hands, we're just visualizing the breath flowing in and out of the right nostril. It is inevitably flowing in and out of the left nostril as well, but we're really focusing our awareness on the right nostril. Fingers are spread wide, slightly clawing the air. And then let's come into stillness. Take a moment here. And I'm going to invite you to come onto your forearms here. Lift your tailbone. Feel the extension in your abdomen. And slide your hands forward, coming into melting heart Anahatasana. Now remember, if it feels too much to have both arms extended, fold in one arm and extend one arm. Your eyebrow center may come all the way to the earth. Draw in your navel here. We're not here in melting heart Anahatasana for very long. One more breath. And now we're going to slide onto our thighs, our abdomen. We're going to move into Dhanurasana bow pose. So bring your head down towards the earth. Reach your arms alongside you. Palms face up. And bend into your knees so that you have your feet raised here. Now reach back with one hand towards your right foot or ankle or leg. It may connect, it may not. Let's reach back with the left hand, the other hand towards our feet. Again, they may connect or they may not. Wherever you are, draw your shoulder blades together here. And begin to lift your head. Now, at this point, let's just lift our head. Our thighs can stay connected with the earth. Keep drawing your shoulder blades together, lengthening your sternum, lifting your crown. Exhale to lower your head. Now, this time we're going to invite our knees to rise a little. Our knees may rise a lot or just a little. Remember, we can just be reaching back towards our ankles, not necessarily connected. If you have a belt handy or a tie, you can always loop that around your ankles. Inhale, lift your gaze, lift your heart, lift your knees. Slightly, not a lot necessarily. Now, some of us will have much more mobility in our spine. Some of us will have less mobility in our spine. And that can be for all kinds of reasons. It can be bone upon bone. It could be tight or shortened muscles because of the kind of labor that we do. Can be an injury or a story that we have with our back. Some of us are naturally more flexible because of the shapes of our bodies. Some of us less so. It's not the perfection of the pose that matters. It's the experience that you're having within your body that matters. Because even for me, that small effort feels like a huge effort. You may be rocking gently here with your breath. And now let's release our hands or feet. Bring our head back down to the earth. Let's take our elbows as wide as our mat, place our hands on top of each other and place our eyebrows center on top of our hands. And just slightly shake your hips from left to right. Softly, just to release the back here. And then inhale, bring your hands alongside your shoulders, press into your big toes, rise up in cobra. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Press into your hands, lift up through table, directly into mountain Parvatasana. Pedal your feet here, sway your hips, claw the earth with your fingertips. Take a moment here. We're going to do knee to nose pose. So you can do this in mountain, or you can bring your knees back to the earth and do it from table, Padmanasana, yogi's choice. So we're in two places, table or mountain. Let's lift our right foot off the earth, shifting our weight into the left, bending into that knee. Reach behind you, extending your leg. Bend into that knee, and then bring that knee towards the nose, surrounding through your back here. Exhale to re-extend that right leg. Bend into the knee, take that right knee to the right elbow. Extend long. Bend into the knee one more time, and let's cross it under our body to take the right knee to the left elbow. And then re-extend long. Exhale, bring that right foot to the earth. If you want to rest for a moment, you can come onto your knees and come into child's pose. And then when you're ready, either in table, this time I'll do table variations so you can see what this would look like. So this pose is called Vyagarasana, tiger pose, Vyagarasana. And we want to keep our core engaged, so draw that navel towards the spine. Let's extend the left leg long. Bend into that left knee, bring it towards your nose. Exhale to re-extend. Let's bring the left knee to the left elbow. Re-extend it. And now we're going to bring the left knee to the right elbow, so we cross that left knee underneath our body. And re-extend it. And then when you're ready, you can bring that leg back down to the earth. Come back into child's pose if you wish to rest for a moment. And remember, if your wrists are feeling it, maybe you circle your wrists one way, then the other way. To often lift the weight out of our wrists, if we claw our fingers, press into the finger pads and the knuckles at the palm here. And so slightly cup the palm, we can lift the weight out of the wrist. Everybody, let's rise back into mountain. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Take a moment. Inhale to rise up. Quarter turn here. Let's interlace our fingers into Ushas Mudra here. For a moment. Softly. And now we're going to push all our fingers all the way in. So let's push all the fingers all the way in. because we're going to flip our palms so that the palms are facing up and take our hands overhead. So this is Tadasana, Triyak Tadasana, swaying palm tree. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. So the palms are facing out here. Inhale to center one more time, both ways, left and then right. Back over the other way. Inhale to center. Take a moment here. Flip your palms, loosen that grip now slightly so you're back in Utkatas Mudra. From here, we're going to bend into our knees, coming into Utkatas and chair pose. So I'll just go sideways so you can see. Take a moment here, keeping this gentle opening with the hands. Perhaps you connect with your sankalpa here, your intention. Remember, our intention is to be assertive and shine. The assertiveness comes from the fire. Draw that navel in. The shine, the aspect of shining, is from the new moon's energy, but also the ability to connect with our vision. The fire element is connected to the sight, sense. That's the tanmatra, the sense, sight. And this sight that we have is the clarity to be able to see what our intentions are. Let's bring our hands into Anjali or Namaskar. We're going to twist over to the left. Now that right elbow can be hooked over the left knee. You can be in the deep Utkatasana, fierce pose, or a more gentle variation. One more here. Inhale back to center. Let's go over to the right. So turn your gaze to the right. You can hook your left elbow over your right knee, or you can be a little bit more generous with it. One breath here. Inhale back to center. Rise up. We're going to take a big step across the mat, coming into Tadasana star pose, Tadasana star pose here. Take a moment. Turn the right foot towards the right. Hinge over to the right and bring the right hand down towards the earth. Left hand can be on your hips or reaching up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Gazing up. Again, you can bring your hands into your Gyan Mudra. One breath here. Bend into this right knee. Take a moment. Bring your hands together in Namaskar. Take a moment here. We're going to rotate onto the ball of our left foot and turn our heart over our right leg here. If you wish, you can bring your left knee to the earth. And we're going to hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. So we come into a twist, Parivritta Anjanyasana. Twist here, twist lunge. That left knee can be lifted or on the earth, yogi's choice. Inhale back to center. If you feel a bit wobbly, you can use your hands. Take a moment here. And then let's straighten through that right leg. Rotate again on the ball of that left foot, bringing the heel down. Turn the right toes forward, coming back into Tadasana, star pose. Let's turn the left toes to the top of the mat. Hinge over to the left, coming into Trikonasana on this side. So remember, you can be using your block here, your low footstool, a chair, whatever you need for your practice. Lifting your gaze. Som Somaya Namaha. This is the mantra for the moon. Som Somaya Namaha. The brilliance of the moon. The sweet nectar of the moon. The nectar that nourishes our dreams, visions, hopes, Soma. It's like Amrit, sweet honey, nectar. Som Somaya Namaha. Now, going to bend into that knee, bring our hands into Namaskar here. Bend into that knee. And we're going to rotate our heart over our left knee. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Hands together in Namaskar. Now you can bring that right knee to the earth, or you can keep it lifted, yogi's choice. And as you exhale, let's turn over to the left and hook the right elbow over the left knee. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So I'll turn to you so you can see it. So we'll be like this in Parivrita Anjaneyasana. One more breath here. Now engage your core, maintain that connection. Come back to center. Let's rise up with Namaskar at our hands. Drop that right heel. Turn the left toes back to center. Open out in Tadasana, star pose. Take a breath here. Bring your hands together at your heart once more. I'm going to come into Ushas Mudra, this open mudra actually. Let's have the hands here. Hinge from your waist, from your hips rather. Reach your crown forward. Now with your hands, you can bring your hands as if you're making an offering or you're welcoming. So reach your arms forward. So you'll be sort of, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see arms reaching forward. Have the weight distributed to the outer edges of your feet. You're hinging from your hips here. Draw in your navel. Reach forward with your crown. Your hands in this opening palm, welcoming, inviting new possibilities. Where do you want to be? What do you need in order to draw upon your imagination, your creativity for this next chapter of your life? How can you come out of the shadows and live your passions, your dreams? One more breath. Bring your hands back down towards your body, your heart. Let's rise up. Take a moment. We're going to step over to the right here. So open out your arms, step across your mat. Coming here, we're going to come back into Utkatas and bend into your knees. Relax your shoulders if you've accidentally hunched them up there. Sit back. Fierce pose. So really think of this as fierce pose rather than chair pose. I'll just turn so you can see. We're going to come into our twist. So we'll twist over to the right. You can bring your hands into Anjali or Namaskar. Exhale, turn over to the right. Hook the left elbow over the right knee, or a more gentle twist. If you've got your left elbow hooked over your right knee, press your right palm down into the left palm so that right elbow is heading up. Inhale back to center. Let's hook and turn the other way. So hook your elbow over your left knee this time. Left elbow is pointing up, or you can be more generously turning here. Core is engaged. Som Somaya Namaha. Inhale back to center. Rise up. Come back into Ushas Mudra. Now, with your Ushas Mudra, really thread your fingers in together now more firmly. And turn your palms out. Reach up overhead. Palms facing out up towards the sky. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Inhale to center. One more time. Exhale over to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left. Tiriyak Tadasana. One breath more. Hands come down. Take a moment here. Connect with your sankalpa, your intention. All this mantra, Om Som Somaya Namaha, drawing upon the sweetness of this practice. Being sensitive and tuned into the energy of the moon. And and using the firepower to help give you clarity of vision, to help you plan and become focused, to make a commitment to your soul's calling. Take a moment here. We're going to come down to the earth. So let's turn to the top of our mat, quarter turn there. Reach up, exhale, fold down towards the earth. Allow your head to hang heavy for a moment here, tailbone reaching up. And then let's come onto our knees. And sit bones, transition here. We're going to come into Norcast boat pose. So engage your core, knees bent, feet flat on the earth. There are different options here as always. So we can reach forward with our hands, or we can keep our hands at our heart in Namaskar. We can lift our heels and leave the toes on the earth. The core is engaged. You can lift one leg. You can lift both legs. You might need to reach out with your arms. Remember, your legs might be parallel. One more breath here in your variation of Norcast, wherever you are. And then let's bring our feet to the earth. Release down towards the ground. Take a moment here. Take a breath here. Really draw in the breath through the right nostril here. Out through the right nostril. Surya Beti Pranayam. Hug in the right knee. Really hug it in. But you reach up with that right leg. That left knee can be bent, or if you wish, you can extend that left leg long. Engage your core. One more here. And then let's bend back into that left knee. And let's swap legs. So that left leg reaches up. Maybe we extend the right leg. And again, you can be reaching towards that right foot. Some of us may connect with that right foot. Some of us may be holding onto our knee, our legs somewhere. One more breath. And let's bend into that right knee. Bring the left foot down. Drop the knees over to the left just for a moment. Supta Matsyendrasana. Reclined twist. Inhale, center. Now let's gently release the knees over to the right. Back to center. Take a moment. If you wish to rest in Shavasana, this is your opportunity to. If you are ready to rise up with me, hugging your knees, gently roll on your lower back from side to side. And you can either roll onto your side, or you could rock on your back a couple of times to come up to your seat. Take a breath here. Coming into your Ushas Mudra, reconnecting with your Sankalpa, your soul's calling, your soul purpose, your Dharma, Closing with Om Som Somaya Namaha 3 times and then Om Shanti. Om Som Somaya Namaha. Om Som Somaya Namaha. Om Som Somaya Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. With much love and firepower to all of you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Dhanyavad.